Starting off with the recap, in the last session, we rejoined the Nine Hells Company as they set sailed away from the island of Ilagon, the home of the Emerald Enclave, as you journey towards Allagan, the location of Jean Claude's bakery. After a whole 40 minutes of fishing, weird eye contacts, and booting a madman into a portal, the Nine Hells decided enough was enough, and the journey was taken too long, as they took flight, leaving young Philip to set sail the rest of the way. The party flew for roughly an hour and a half before they spotted the coastal metropolis known as Allagan, before swiftly being hit by a ballista bolt and collapsing into the sea. Gregory and Fiddle managed to deceive the trireme that sailed out to finish off the supposed threat to the city, and pulled the party on board. The Nine Hells then entered Allagan, where they swiftly headed towards Jean Claude's unnamed bakery, where they found a beaten-down door, broken window latches, and a very beat-up Pierre, who had been minding the bakery while Jean Claude went on his travels. Pierre told the party that little Chef, a young orphan Jean Claude rescued from Salt Rock and sent to live at his bakery, had been kidnapped by an elf named Savoie, who had been starting a chain of bakeries in the city, and Jean Claude's shop was the last one standing. JC and Soleil decided to exact revenge by burning down some of these other bakeries, whilst Fiddle and Gregory went to a local tavern to have some downtime. JC and Soleil found themselves almost ready to burn one of the shops down before realising the owners, and every other owner of Savoie's bakeries chain, and every other bakery in Savoie's chain. JC found the whereabouts of Savoie's hideout down Knife Stick Alley, where Jean Claude is currently climbing through some decommissioned sewer tunnels, while Soleil is outside the front door. So, picking up with this session, Gregory and Fiddle, as you are both, how many drinks in would you both say you are in at the moment? It's been roughly about an hour or so.
Quite a few, because as we left off, Fiddle, we were already pretty drunk at the time, and Fiddle had already left to go and get another round by the time we finished. So I'd probably say like a tentative 5, 5 or 6.
Okay, so you're definitely starting to feel the buzz. Maybe not like piss, but a good mellow feeling's sort of coming over you now. You're starting to feel a bit more relaxed in this tavern that's quite busy. You're starting to see, as I mentioned before, is menagerie of different races that live within the city itself. So in this tavern there's just a mix of half orcs, tieflings, gnomes, halflings, elves, humans, any sort of race you can kind of think of. You probably find them, if not here, then any other tavern in the city. It's very packed in here. You got about 3 stories worth of building. 2nd floor lodging, 3rd floor is where people that live within the taverns reside. You're currently got a table to yourselves, along with Davrak, the city guard, as well as a couple of other city guardsmen who are just sort of all reeling from the fact that they've all just slayed a dragon, and they're sort of trying out one guy's like, "Oh, can you imagine? I can tell people I'm Willock, the Dragon Slayer," and then someone else is like, "Yeah, and I can be like, I'm David, the Dragon Slayer," and they're all sort of like trying out all these different titles, and you just gotta look at it and like, oh my god, these people haven't been outside the city ever. As you're all drinking, what are you both doing?
I walk back over to the table and I hold up a beer and I go to David, the Dragon Slayer.
To
David.
To Willick, the Dragon Slayer.
To Willick, the David Slayer.
The Tavern Slayer.
Wait, what?
Careful, David.
You see, the other one's it's like, haha, keep your eyes out tonight, boy. Haha. And then they sort of like bash each other on the shoulders, and then down their drinks, then go over to the bar to get some others. Amazing. You see Davrak's there, his one good eye just sort of staring, still eyeing you two up as being strangers in the city, but as, accepted you in, with those lot, accepted you're not a threat at all or anything like that. He's just sort of trying to size you two up.
Nice. I'm going to sit down next to Gregory. So, it's very busy in here tonight.
It is quite a nice tavern,
incredibly
actually.
Busy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is this the only tavern? Didn't we walk past a few more?
Maybe we just happened to stumble upon the most popular tavern.
Maybe we did. It's definitely... it's a lot of people here.
There's quite a few people here, Philip. I mean, I wouldn't really think too much about it. There's a few people here.
Yeah,
You've seen people before.
I'm not a fan of big crowds recently.
Well, isn't your whole thing as you're a performer? You perform in front of crowds?
Yeah, I can't really imagine doing that anymore.
Well, you're not going to retire, are you?
Maybe. We'll see. Too many watchful eyes.
What?
Not a fan.
Can I do like a quick investigation check?
Sure. What are you trying to discern? It might be a perception if you're just looking around.
Well, yeah, just looking around to see if there's anybody looking at us.
Yeah, I'd say that's a perception. Investigation's more actually looking like what have they got in their belt rather than are they wearing a belt.
Well, they got a 13.
13. So you look around. Everyone seems preoccupied in their own groups. You see some people maybe like catch your eye for a second, but not like overtly looking at you, and especially you could tell the difference, Gregory, being an Inquisitor, if someone's being suspicious or not. But as you do look around the tavern, you look around, you hear the door open, a little bell, as you see someone else walk in, and it's been going off constantly as half an hour's passed, 40 minutes passed, and look over, and just for a second it catches your eye, and you see these brown eyes look back at you, this short curly black hair, and this youngish human male face all washed out with salt water, out of breath, as you see Philip walk through the door, and he just looks over at you, and he just stands up straight and just stares at you for what seems like an eternity before he breaks eye contact, walks towards the bar and orders a room for the night.
Don't look now, Phil, but there's Philip.
Hey, Philip!
No, don't call him over here. Just pretend we're not here. Stop it.
You see he's just looking forwards, just trying to waiting for the bartender, and he's just looking around like he's starting to shift awkwardly.
Philip!
Is there anything like loose in front of me, like an apple or anything like that?
Oh yeah. There's loads of loose mugs everywhere that no one's come around to collect yet.
So it's not like just like something soft or like a piece of bread.
I'll say investigation check for that, sure.
Okay, right, cool. That's 14.
Yeah, sure. There's loose bits of bread, chicken bones, and stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. Just grab a hunk of bread and just throw it in for them.
I think the fact that Ollie did just reply to us before you said that, I think means that we're shouting very drunkenly over to him. He then turns around and goes, "What?" And then Gregory throws it. It's not like it hits him afterwards. Gregory throws it after he turns around.
Yeah. So he turns around and looks at you, and Gregory, you just full on just stare at him and just chuck it at his head, and it bounces off as he's staring right at you. He's like,
oh, you look hungry.
Welcome to Allegan.
What do you want?
Did you have a nice journey?
Why did you come? I thought you were going to head back home.
Why didn't you just turn around? It was like a 4-hour journey.
You were just tasked with taking us here. Why did you need to come?
He's like looking over at you and he's like, do you really care?
Yes.
Well, no, not really, but you're going to tell us anyway, aren't you?
I feel a bit bad. We left because we thought you could then just go home.
And he's just like, he looks around at the bartender, he's preoccupied, so he's like,
hey, I'm talking to you.
He's like, he walks over to you, like he just sort of, he doesn't join the table, he just stands like by the side of the table. He's like, well, we have to trade with the mainland every now and then, so, in my satchel, and he pats the satchel to the side, he's like, I've got some goodies, some money to spend on get some goods in, especially for the smithy. We always need metals and not really any mines in Illugon, so we have to get them from elsewhere.
That makes sense, I suppose. I think you dismissed us.
Made me feel bad now.
Well, you should
leave us alone.
Feel bad, and his name
leave us alone.
You should feel bad.
That's something, right?
You almost capsized the boat twice.
Yeah, but then we left, so it's all okay.
Right. Well,
strange that you end up in the same tavern as us.
Philip.
Well,
Philip.
Yeah, I got
yes,
two.
Yes.
Come here.
No, I'm going to stay here, cheers.
No, come here, quick. I need to whisper something to you.
He looks over at you, Gregory, and then he sort of like starts walking around to the other side of Fiddle, so he's not like near you, and then he just sort of leans down to you, Fiddle. Like, what do you want?
Closer.
He comes in closer.
If anybody asks, we were taken by a dragon. We didn't polymorph into a giant eagle. Okay?
Sure. He just looks over at you.
Also, come back.
Comes over once more.
Also, I've got like my arm on his shoulder and
he's just looking at you. Look at you, disgust.
Shh. Philip.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. You're a real friend.
Oh, Philip, you're really great. Hey, Fiddle, watch this. I would like to cast command word flee, please.
What's the save on it?
It's wisdom 16.
Okay. Is it somatic? This spell, as in like, are you actually saying something to do it, or is it sort of like telepathically? You're just sort of.
I think the verbal component is the word.
Yeah.
Verbal. Sorry. Yes. Okay. So, so Gregory says leave, and you see.
I go to cast counterspell, but sort of fall off the table.
Okay. So Fiddle slips off.
It's flee. So the target spends its turn moving away from you by the fastest available means.
Yeah, he just walks straight back out the tavern again. He just leaves. Just
Well, it's hilarious.
That wasn't very nice.
It was quite funny though.
That wasn't very nice.
How fast he ran away.
He's come back in now. He's got a room booked here. Why are you making him go outside?
It's funny.
You see Davrak, who sat on the table, is just looking at both of you, and he's like, "You don't make a lot of friends where you go, do you?"
You're our friend, aren't you, Davrak? You saved us from that dragon.
Sure.
You're not friends with us, Davrak?
Sure.
Yeah, you're not our friend?
Sure. He just starts sipping on his mug.
I'd like to make a toast. Everyone, look at me.
Everyone.
Look at me, everyone.
Shut up, everyone.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's 21.
It's only one. Okay. You seem to get a lot of people's attention to the point the room quietens down and starts turning around towards you, Gregory, as you're kind of standing up.
My name is Gregory Weidenhorn. This is my friend Fiddle.
Woo.
And this morning, we were saved by this man over here, Davrak. Davrak the Dragon Slayer.
You hear a huge cheer for Davrak. He seems to be really popular with the locals. They're like, "Hey, Davrak!" Hey. He's like, "Oh, yeah." Embarrassing.
I'd say 3 cheers for Davrak, but that's not enough. 5 cheers for Davrak.
10 cheers for Davrak.
That's too many cheers. 5 is enough.
5 then. 5 cheers for Davrak.
5 cheers for Davrak.
Hip hip.
Hooray!
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 Hooray! Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
You hear the enthusiasm drop from the room after about the third one. Like,
perhaps there's a reason they say 3 cheers and not 5. But anyway, Davrak is a hero amongst men. Truly.
He is. And elves. And gnomes.
And elves. And tieflings. And gnomes. Halflings. Dwarves. Dragons. Not to dragons. No.
Probably
not dragons. No.
Probably public enemy number 1.
Yeah, really. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe 6 more bigger dragons showed up.
A murderer among dragons.
Murderer among dragons.
Who's got the highest passive perception out of you two, out of curiosity?
I have.
I've got an 11, but, you know, we're like 6 points in at this point, so...
Yeah.
Take a hefty penalty to that.
Yeah, I got 10.
10. Okay. Okay. Cool. Carry on.
What did we say?
I lost
track. I suddenly had like a strange feeling we were being watched, but I now don't have that anymore.
You see Davrak stands up next to you and puts a hand on your shoulder, Gregory. He's like, that's quite enough. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, Davrak.
Don't be cold,
Thank
Davrak.
you.
You saved our life today.
He saved at least 4 lives.
And
at least 4 lives.
you see him, he's like,
the rest of them
I'm going to go get another drink at the bar. And he starts walking off now. He's
Okay. Yes, please, Davrak.
Yes, 2 more, please.
Wave my empty tankard at him.
Okay. All right. So that is what you two are doing as we switch over to the espionage crew before. So, JC and Solo. So you are currently in Knife Stick Alley as you've currently wrapped around to the back of these residential houses, which seem to be built up against and joined on with this old decommissioned cistern thing. As I mentioned before, Allagan is a metropolis of stone, which seems like it's built on top of each other. So there's a lot of misshaped buildings that all seem to merge into one. You come around the back, so there was a little drop at the end of the other alley, and there was a door where you saw these 2 people go in, and then there was a little tunnel that JC has proceeded to crawl in through, where he heard echo noises of Little Chef. As Sole, you were standing around outside of the door. What are you 2 doing?
I don't know if you want to go first, Josh, because you're actually in the tunnel.
So we're not together, right?
No, you're you went down into that fucking grate thing that I pulled up.
Okay, but you're behind me, right?
No, because I went to the door. I was gonna distract them.
Oh, right, okay, then
do your thing.
There we go, then that's the plan. I will proceed through the tunnel, please. I mean, I am crawling through this disgusting tunnel. Oh my god. This is never going to come out of my whites.
Okay, are you doing it stealthily?
Of course.
No, not if he's shouting.
He's just shouting. He's in a monologue out loud. Stealth check from you then, JC.
Yeah. I get to roll with advantage. So
yes, you do.
That is an 18, please.
18. Okay, so you start crawling through the tunnel, and you have to go about 15, 20 feet before you start seeing some light that seems to be coming down, almost like a little bit of like a tube of light that's coming down from a grate above. That seems to be emitting from a candle source. And that is where you can hear the echoed noises of someone that sounds like Little Chef. Seems to be echoing down a hallway and reaching the room, which is where you sort of crawl to. While you're in that room, you can hear there's about 3 to 4 different voices in there that seem to be murmuring. And as you sort of crawl through, and you can sort of hear through the grates, you're starting to hear these sort of voices going, "Oh, I don't know what he's doing with that." And you hear another one who's saying, "Yeah, we never really nabbed kids before, so it's a bit low even for me." As Soleil, what are you doing?
I want to do the knock on the door, the fucking secret one. I can't remember how it goes, but it was 5, wasn't it? But it was knock, 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 right?
Okay, so that's what you're doing.
Who remembers?
Yeah.
Can she roll an intelligence check?
No, it's down to you.
Down to me to roll the check.
No. Is that what you're going for? Knock, 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 knock.
Yes.
Okay, so you go up, and JC, you're looking through the grate. I've shared the screen as you hear all the murmuring stop within the room, and you start hearing footsteps walk over towards the door, and then they stop. You're sort of waiting for a second. There's a little slider across where the eyes would meet. They don't move. Instead, you start hearing this as you start hearing these series of locks being unopened before the door swings open, and these two thug-looking characters open the door to let you in, Sole. As you see, and JC, you see looking through the grate as well, you see a stone room with 3 doors on the back wall. One to the left and right are wooden, while the one in the centre is a big double metal door. You get the scent of a sewage smell. JC, you already get this being within a decommissioned sort of like sewage pipe anyway, but you get the scent in this room anyway, as there is an open pipe sticking out of the wall itself that emits a metallic echo sound that sounds a bit like lightning. And focusing on the pipe, Sole, even for a second, you start to wash over with a lethargic, depressing emotion that you can't seem to brush off. It's really odd. And then you look back and you see in the room itself there is a table with a man sitting behind it that seems to be a little bit of a sort of bringing people in and out, almost like this like kind of really shabby hotel, if you like, as he's got a little ledger in front of him and he sits in front of the metal doors. And there's another table to the left where the two that have just opened the door were sitting, and they've gone back to sit down to like eyeball you. And I would say Sole, because JC, you would find it hard to see from this angle. Sole, you notice that all the thugs have a tattoo on their arm depicting a silhouette dragon flying downwards in flight. You can roll me a history check to see if you can discern what this is attached to.
Okay. That would be a 22.
22? Okay. You recognise the tattoo to be the symbol of the Centaurum network, which are the sort of black network of Faerun. They're involved in sort of smuggling, underground, espionage, all that sort of stuff. Spies, thieves, all that sort of jazz. Yeah, they've got a hand in anything sort of malign or unlawful in most cities, and seems to be another sort of outpost of theirs as you walk into the room. What are you both doing?
I am looking for the leader of this group.
See the man sat at the table. You see is this bald-headed, middle-aged male. Quite muscular for his size. Again, he's just got a leather vest with no sleeves on. Sort of leans forward. He's in the midst of eating some dinner. And he sort of puts a sausage in his mouth, starts chewing. He's like, and what's it to you? Who are you?
I have something that he wants.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And what would that be then? He starts like looking you up and down.
Of course he does. That is no business of yours.
Well, I think that's where you're wrong, love. See? And he puts his fork and knife down. He's like, every business of Sivo's is a business of mine. I need to know all the ins and outs here. See, I'm the security with a muscle, aren't we, boys? And you see the other two like, as he's like, that's right, nothing gets in and out of these doors without my say-so. And he never mentioned anything about a Goliath walking in here. I think I'd remember that.
Well, it's funny you should say so, because I've also come to be, as you say, the muscle. Can I do like an intimidation thing?
You can try. Judging by the look of 3 of them, and only being one of you, despite your size and how muscular you are, they don't seem too intimidated, so the DC is going to be quite high, but you can certainly give it a try.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Okay, well that was fucking useless, because I got a 12.
Okay, JC, what are you doing while this is happening?
Does my grate open?
You can certainly push it.
Can I do that, quietly and slowly?
Okay.
Just, I want to, can I, does it look like it's sealed, or does it look like it has a hinge?
So, having a look round, just from what you can see straight away, it doesn't have a hinge. It does seem like it's sort of sealed shut, but because it's so old, it does seem like it's just very easily, like, it's just been plonked on, so you can just
No, that's perfect. That's all I needed to know.
It's perfect. Some would maybe even say it's great.
I would like to load and fire an arrow of switching at Thug 3, please.
At Thug 3. Okay, so are you sticking out of the grate to do it, or are you gonna try and like...
No, I'm inside. I'm shooting through the grate.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna say roll me to hit. Yeah, this would be 3/4 cover, but you ignore that. So yeah, roll me to hit as Soleil seems like she's sort of losing the room, trying to intimidate him, and they're sort of just all like laughing and starting to stand up and like look like they're coming over to kind of intimidate her. Roll me to hit.
18.
Yeah, that hits. So is there a save to it?
DC 14 Wisdom.
Okay, got a +0 to that. That's a nat 20, but it's cocked, so I'm going to roll it again, because that's what I've been doing with all my rolls. That's a 16 +0. What was your save?
14.
14. So he goes to stand up, and he feels this, again, it doesn't pierce, it just kind of sticks in, this like magical blue fizzling arrow, and he looks down at his leather vest and seeing it sticking out.
I would like to turn into a werewolf before... to, you know,
okay,
look like a bad bitch.
Soleil, you turn into your werewolf form as you see all of them start looking around now, a bit worried, as yeah, we are going into initiative. So roll for initiative and hold on to your numbers.
Okay.
Do I have a bonus action? No, don't worry about it.
I can say if you wanted to like Hunter's Mark or something, I'll let you do it.
I wanted to Hunter's Mark, number 3, because he's the easiest one to see.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Sweet.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Okay, right, Jean Claude, what'd you get?
12.
12. Soleil?
11.
Okay, so you're still currently in the tunnel, JC, because that's how you specified you wanted to be when you shot. So starting off, we have Thug 1, who has seen Soleil turn into the werewolf form and not seen where that arrow came from. Is going to run towards you, Soleil, and he is going to take out his mace and he is going to make 2 attacks with it.
Okay.
First one is going to be a 6 to hit.
Does not hit.
And the second one is going to be a 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
So he swings wildly twice and you sidestep both strikes as manages to get out of the way. Thug 2 is going to do the same. He's going to swing, and because they get pack tactics, he's got this with advantage.
Okay.
So he's got a mace as well and he's going to swing. You get a sense these weapons are meant to incapacitate, not kill. Okay, that's a bit better. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Yeah. No, that does not hit. Thank fuck for that.
Very
nice. Okay, so this one just grazes your shoulder, but you manage to drop it, so it just misses. And then, yeah, that one's lower. So you manage to miss all 4 strikes.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Okay, right, next up is Jean Claude.
I'd like to argue that Thug 1 and Thug 2 are within 5 feet.
They are.
Then I'd like to use Hold Breaker. I'd like to shoot Thug 1 twice, and then Thug 2 once.
Okay, you're going to have to come out of the grate to see them, because they're sort of at an angle where you can't... With Thug 3, you could angle
then
yourself.
Then I'll shoot Thug 3 twice, please.
Okay. Sorry, it's... Yeah, I was allowing it because
okay, that's fine.
But yeah.
That's okay.
But what if he curved the arrows?
Yeah, what if I put my bow outside of the grate with my hands?
I'm gonna...
Soleil, help!
the idea of this is supposed to be you like crawled your way in there, so the fact you're getting a longbow to like squeeze through some grates. I'm gonna say no.
The idea, Josh, was that you had to jump out to start shooting. Stop it with your bullshit.
I see. I just don't want to use an action to get out.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a good point.
it will.
Yeah,
be.
will you let him push through as a free action?
No,
It
will be an action to. Push
Then I'm going to stay inside the grate and shoot Thug 3. If you'd rather, I can use. I don't have a short bow. Long bow it is.
Okay. What bow are you using, by the way?
Retribution.
Retribution. That is the one that changes with the seasons, right?
Yes. The current year's season dealing bonus damage as shown below.
You are
force damage.
You are starting to see a cold, icy tip starting to curl over the tips of the bow as the lightning damage is starting to turn cold. It's still doing lightning damage for the time being, but it will start dealing cold damage soon. Story beat wise, that's what it's sort of doing.
He's reading this in front of me in a way that makes me think he's never activated this as part of his bow.
I haven't. My combat's always so pointless. I turn up and then
fire 2 bows, forget about all of your abilities.
This is why.
At least you hunted Mike this time.
This is why I've given you a legendary item.
Go on then. Activate it now.
I'm just reading how. I'd like to activate Retribution with my bonus action. Let me just find out what that means. I don't know. I think I get 2d6
extra.
Yes.
Yeah. Extra.
Yes.
Do I have to use a bonus action every time?
No, it lasts for a minute and can't be used again till dawn.
Oh my god, how exciting!
So good thing to note as well with the second paragraph, the longbow crits on a 19 or 20. So if you roll a natural 19 or 20, that's a crit as well. But yeah, so this woven black longbow passed down from the elves of Myth Draenor that you won in the outside in the shooting range in the arena.
Thanks, Gregory and Fiddle.
Yeah, we showed you.
You start seeing as you activate the command words, the old elven on it. It all starts glowing up, and the black woven leather on it starts to move and bend into orange leaves that sort of flow off from each end as the lightning damage starts trickling down the bowstring.
Right, so it is still lightning at the moment.
It's still lightning at the moment, but as the season is changing, obviously the bow's reacting to that, but it's not changed to cold yet.
So what is the spring damage?
It's force.
Spring. Oh, just force.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So, bonus action, you've activated Retribution. What are you doing with your action, JC?
Is this +3 already included?
Yes, it should be.
Because it's the same as Embouchure, but it is still +10. So.
No, it says +13 on mine.
Oh really?
You're not attuned to it, maybe.
I checked a minute ago. I thought it was. Okay, fine. +13.
So it should be +13.
Yeah,
fine.
And you get that to your
attack.
damage modifier as well. So instead of a +5, or whatever it is, it should be.
Oh really? It's +8.
Should be a +8. Yeah.
Oh nice. Okay, first one is a dirty 20.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
On Thug 3, so I get 6 + 8. 14
points of damage.
Plus. Wait.
Okay.
14 points of damage plus 2d6.
Plus 3d6.
3d6?
Yeah. Because of
Hunter's Mark as well. Mark. Yes.
9 plus whatever I just said. 23.
23 points of damage on the first one. As you launch the first arrow, and it launched straight through his torso, and the arrowhead's poking out the other side as he gets stricken by lightning, as he starts like writhing around, sort of dropping to one knee. You have your second attack.
Beautiful. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
9. 25.
Yeah, alright, this one goes down as you shoot the second arrow, and it goes straight through his skull and kind of pierces onto the stone wall behind him as he just slumps down to the ground.
Cool.
You can move your Hunter's Mark if you want.
I'd like to move my Hunter's Mark to Thug 1, please.
Okay. Fug 1 has Hunter's Mark on it, as you have dispatched Fug 3. Okay. Are you doing anything else for your turn, JC? You got your movement left.
My movement? Can I use my movement to move the grate, or is that an
That's
action?
an action.
Then, no.
Okay.
The only way I can go is backwards.
Yeah.
He wiggles his butt.
Okay, Sole.
I give Sole a big thumbs up.
through the grate.
Yeah.
Your hand.
You go, girl.
Your hand gets lopped off.
So like Terminator with the lava. Okay, Sole, you're up.
Okay. I wanna do one of my primal rights plays on my claws.
Okay. What primal right you going for?
I'm going for Rite of the Dead, necrotic.
Okay, so you start seeing all this purplish black necrotic energy start writhing around Soleil's claws. So you mark off the damage for that.
Yep. And then I would like to do 2 attacks against one for Thug 2 and then one for the other one.
Okay. Roll me to hit.
That is a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. That's 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage as you slash across his torso, and then you see all the skin around it start to curdle and blacken off as the necrotic energy sort of in the wake of your strike sort of seeps into the wound itself and decays it somewhat. As he sort of takes a step back, wasn't expecting that much of an impact, but he's still on his feet.
Okay, cool. And then my other attack for the other one, please.
Yep.
That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Cool. Okay, that's 13 points of damage for that one.
For the other one, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so this one you kind of strike at his shoulder and you see a chunk of flesh kind of flies off as you let out a huge growl in your feral form. Is that the end of your turn, Solo?
Yep, that is.
Okay, right. Fug 1's turn. He's going to attempt to attack you again twice with advantage on both. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
That hits, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and the second one is going to be, that one's a dirty 20 as well, so both hit.
Okay.
So that is 5 points of bludgeoning damage. They're not magical, by the way.
Okay, so what's that?
Halved. So I think that would be half for you, yes. So 2.
Cool.
And the second one is 6 points of bludgeoning reduced to 3.
Okay, cool.
As you take 2 strikes to the torso, but again, it doesn't seem to impact you all that much as he's sort of throwing all his weight behind it. He's starting to look panicked now as his mate is going to go round behind you and swing at your back.
Okay.
That is going to be a 19 to hit on the first.
Yep, that hits.
And that is going to be even more, 21 on the second.
And that's halved, yeah?
That's 21 to hit, not the damage.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 4 points of bludgeoning damage reduced to 2.
Yep.
And 4 reduced to 2 again, as you feel 2 strikes to the back that kind of gets your attention. JC, you're up.
I would like to break out of the grate, or try.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
Oh dear.
Bear in mind this is really rusty, so the DC's not very high. It's lower than normal because it's like easy to kind of lodge off, but you still have to have some strength to kind of push it off.
8.
8 is what you needed. So you go to push it off and you lift it and you're as it comes down and you're like shit, and you get your feet and you kick the grate off with your feet this time using all your leg muscle this time as the grate boots open. And you manage to free yourself from the tunnel below.
Rockin'.
Okay, that's your action, JC?
Yeah.
See, Fug 1's looking over his shoulder now, and he's like, what the fuck? Where did he come from?
I can't do anything. Do any, grapple or anything like that? Can I use those as... No. Then I'll just,
Get back in the hole.
Flip them both off. Yeah, climb back inside the crate, and I'll wait there until next turn.
Okay, so you break.
No, it's fine. I'll stand there and flip them off.
Okay, so you just stand there,
like a man.
2 middle fingers as the matey looks over his shoulder while he's fighting off a werewolf, and he's like, "What the fuck are you?" You know, at first he's looking at you like, "Oh yeah, you're the reinforcement," and obviously sees the chef hat, and he's like, "No, I don't think he's one of us."
And then he sees me flipping him off.
Yeah, and then he gets really
He's definitely not one of us.
real mad. Okay, right, Sole, you're up.
I can do, when I do my unarmed strike, I can do a bonus action for the strike as well, so I can do 3 hits with it.
Yes, I believe you can, yeah.
So I'm going to do the same as what I did last time, but I'll do 2 hits on the first one.
Okay, roll me to hit.
Okay. So the first one is a dirty 20.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And then the second one is a 16.
To hit.
Yep.
Yeah, that hits as well.
Okay, cool. So I just roll it all in one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's 34 points of damage.
Okay, he is dead.
Nice.
As
okay, cool.
Yeah, that's like insta dead if he was a PC. So yeah, you just lop his head off.
Nice.
The other one's now looking over at you, and his legs are shaking, buckling, and Jean Claude, you can see there's a trickle of looks like a bit of piss coming down from his trousers as he's looking over at Sole as she turns around and looks at him.
Well, I think he's okay because I rolled a 3, so that is a 11 to hit.
11 to hit. Okay. 11 is what you needed.
Oh. Okay, cool.
So he drops his mace and he's like, "Mercy, mercy!" as you like go to stop for a second, and then slash at him anyway.
Yeah, that's 9 points.
9 points of damage. Okay. He's still up. You slash his face with the necrotic energy sort of curling over, creating like black veins on it. As round to the top of initiative, he's dropped his mace and he's backing up to the corner of the room now. You get attack opportunity, Sole, if you want to take it.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So that is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Cool. Ooh, that's 18 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah. How'd you finish him?
I fucking swipe up with my huge claws, and his fucking bowels come out of his stomach.
Okay, so proper old school like werewolf film style, just sort of like entrails collapse all on the floor as he like and dies, and you kind of release him and he just flops down to the ground as you have dispatched the first room.
Lovely jubbly.
Do you say that as a werewolf?
Yeah.
Lovely jubbly. Oh, lovely jubbly.
Okay, what are you both doing?
Lovely.
I'd like to charge the doors on the left.
Okay, which one? There are 3 different ones.
The 2 double doors.
2 double doors, okay. So you run up, shoulder barge, bash up against it, and you just bounce straight back off and hurt your shoulder in the process as they do not move.
So like help.
I tut and just try and fucking barge it myself.
Sure. I'll say roll a strength check.
Yeah, go on.
I'll say you could do it with advantage with JC's help of already trying to loosen it, I guess. Air quotes.
I loosened it.
I did most of the work. Come on.
Yeah. Did I take any damage?
No, I'll say no. I'm not that harsh.
You didn't impart any, so, you know.
That's a 16.
16, okay. You see Sole runs up and as you do the same thing, you go to shoulder barge and you bounce straight back off and fall down where JC fell as well.
What the fuck? Shall we just try turning the handle?
The northern door. Wait, yeah. Should we do some D&D stuff? Should I?
Hey, look at his desk for a key or something.
Yeah. I'd like to look around, please.
I'd like to
Right. Yeah. Well, this has beaten us. Investigation check, please.
Yeah. A perception check.
Investigation.
Or no, investigation.
Yes.
Yes, please. Can we do it together for our advantage?
Go for it.
Yes. 21.
21. Okay, so you go to search the bodies and you go to the first one, the one that was sat behind the desk, the middle-aged, bald human male, seemed like sort of the, like I said, receptionist guy, and you sort of roll his body over, at least what's left of it, because obviously, you know, his head's exploded from the arrow, and you see dangling on his belt is a set of keys there, and just sort of jingle as he rolls over.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to take the keys and try the door, please.
Okay, you take the keys, try the door, as they open up.
Oh boy.
To some
here we go.
stairs.
Straight down the stairs, please.
Okay. Straight down the stairs. Soleil, you going as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only got like 20 seconds left on your bow.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
Quick.
So you're sprinting down.
Who can I murder?
Yeah.
Soleil, you're seeing all these orange leaves sort of like whack you in the face as JC's sprinting down. Trying to hold this chef hat on as he's sort of bouncing down.
Yeah.
So you enter into a second room where you see, coming to the bottom of the stairs, you see blood stains have soaked into the stone floor, with cages big enough to fit medium humanoids are loosely stacked in the corner of the room, and next to them sits a bloody table. 4 shackles are positioned on each corner of the table, with more blood decorating them. A table sits to your left, with another man sitting behind it with a ledger. There are 2 open pipes sticking out of the wall, same as the room before, that with the same echoing crackles of lightning coming from them. As you see the matey sat behind the table as you sprint down JC and Soleil, and you see 2 other people who sort of like cleaning up all the bloods, and you see the thug stands up over the table and he's like, who are you? I don't think we were expecting anyone else today.
JC, it's your turn. I would like to Horde Breaker on Thug 2 and Thug 3, please.
Sounds good. Roll me to hit.
Thank you. Oh, 29 to hit.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit.
Ollie? Nice.
Okay, and then 13 damage, and it hasn't been a minute, right? I've still got.
It's about 30 seconds, I'll say. So yeah, you still got a decent.
Wow.
You still got a decent round. Sorry, how much damage was that?
22 for that first one.
22. Okay. Is that just one attack, Horde Breaker, or do you get your second attack to do it again?
I get my second attack, and then I think I get a third attack as the Horde Breaker. So I get my 2 normal attacks, and then any creature within 5 feet of that creature, I get an attack on each of those.
Okay.
So so another attack on the first one.
Okay.
Please. 28.
Yep, definitely.
14.
Okay.
Plus.
First one's down.
17. Cool. Okay.
He gets
Now my final attack, please.
pinned up against the wall.
Sorry. 15
15 hits.
to hit. Nice. That was a 2.
Yeah, you need like a nat 1, I think.
9. 21.
21.
22.
22 points of damage. Okay, so this second one strikes his mate in the shoulder and he gets pinned up to the table, the bloody table, the shackles. You see Thug 1, who was behind the ledger, drops his quill and puts his hand up. He's like, no more, please, what do you want?
Firstly, I think you've got a friend of mine. Secondly, stop attacking my fucking bakery!
What?
Fuck!
He's like,
You see... You in particular, fucking insubordinate fuck!
You see...
Sit the fuck down, stay there, shut the fuck up!
I'm sorry. He sits down on the floor, there's like no chair.
That is Sivo.
What?
Sivo.
He's in his lounge.
Take us to him.
He just told me to sit down and I'm not...
Don't. He is angry at the moment.
Yeah, he just
okay?
fucking...
Just fucking take us to him. Shut up. Take us to him.
Am I allowed to stand up?
He's
He's looking at you,
Get
JC.
up.
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay.
I'd recommend you listen to Soul. Just go. Do.
Okay.
Thank you.
So he leads you down, and you see some mateys like pinned here, and you see there's two other thugs who are sat down there who stand up and go to like reach for their maces, and he's like, no, don't, they're really dangerous, and they're like looking at both of you and they're wondering whether to attack or not. Is there anything you two are doing?
I would like to not like hurt him, but kind of like just kind of rake my claws along his throat.
What? It's like a show of intimidation to the other two.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
They drop their maces and sit back down. As he leads you down a long alleyway, and you hear that down this corridor. Down this long corridor, you see four doors on the left, all metal doors.
Do you think we can restrain those guys before we proceed? Can we like tie them to chairs? If I recall, I've got 25 feet of hempen rope left.
Yeah. So you can use the rest of that to make makeshift binds for them. They're not going to move from their position, so you can roll me a sleight of hand check to see how well you do the knot.
Okay. 10.
Okay. Yeah, they let you tie them up. How well they're actually tied up, you know?
Yeah, whatever. I tried.
It will do a job. As matey leads you down this corridor. Metal doors on the left where you can... there's four of them that lead up to a large set of decadent wooden doors at the end of the corridor. As you walk past each metal door on the left, you can hear sobbing coming from each door, and sort of like long kind of groans of people in pain, almost similar to what you would imagine sort of like hearing in like a prison. As the thug leads you...
I'd like to try and open the cell doors with my keys that I've still got.
Okay.
We should do it when we finish, just in case. We don't want collateral.
Okay, fine. I was thinking, fine.
Okay. The thug sort of waits for a second and then carries on, leads you through the large decadent doors. And walks in, and you see this Savoie's lounge area.
We're going to die.
Walk through the double doors. Unlike the rest of the hideout, this room has been furnished with wooden flooring, red carpet, cozy sofas, and a vanity mirror. Two statues stand either side of the carpet that run to the desk in the centre. A large bookshelf lines the back wall, filled to the brim with books, ledgers, and journals. Two wardrobes sit either side of the desk, with a weapons rack situated next to the left one. And sat behind the desk itself, almost not acknowledging that you've entered, is a male slender elf, blonde hair, parted down the middle and tucked behind his elven ears, wearing noble fineries as Savoie himself sits there. He continues writing till he's finished the sentence and flicks the quill with a flourish before putting the quill back in the inkwell. As we are going to switch back to the other two. So...
Oh yeah, we're in this episode.
So, right. Ben and Bobby. Fiddle.
Yes.
And Gregory. What are you both doing for the evening?
So, as we were discussing, I think our original plan was to just sort of make ourselves busy for the evening. At some point, we will probably go back to the bakery. Maybe, I don't know. I expect that we would have been expecting to hear about a burnt down bakery by some point, but I don't know how long that would be. That would probably be like an hour, maybe two.
Yeah, in fact,
I'm not sure how long these things have been going on.
The past half an hour, Gregory's had a bucket of water.
Mm. A bucket of water. A
bucket of water.
Yeah, you had an else for it at the bar.
Yeah, I'm just going. Excuse me, barkeep. Don't ask too many questions, but I need a pail of your finest water.
He gives you water.
No,
in a larger
a
container.
Bucket. Yes, a bucket.
Yeah,
not a glass, not a cup. We need a bucket.
He gives you a bucket of
water.
Of water.
That'll do. Thank you.
Do. Perfect. Amazing. Okay, now we're prepared. Any second, we're going to see people running down the road, going fire.
Excuse me, Barkeep. I don't suppose you've heard of any local fires.
Yes, no fires happening around here in the last
5 or so minutes.
Just the one fire.
He looks over you. He's like, "No, not really. Why?
Well, keep your ear to the ground. No reason.
Yes.
No reason.
Are you looking to start one?
No. Why would we have a bucket of water? We'd be looking to start
if you're going to do it, can you do it in someone else's tavern?
Out. Hey.
What about bakeries? Any recent
bakeries
fires in bakeries?
Look, if you're gonna do it at anyone's tavern, do it at the Hailing Sailor down at the end of the street.
Oh, we're not going to light a fire.
We're not setting any fires.
Jesus
we're upstanding
Christ.
citizens.
Well, okay. Well, I've never seen you before, so
Helms bells.
I don't really know.
Helms bells, indeed.
He just
he
goes back to.
You asked for one pail of water, and suddenly you're an arsonist.
He looks over at you two, and he's like, maybe you need 2 buckets. You guys seem a bit, Have you had much to drink tonight, lads?
Yes.
Lots.
Maybe go have a kebab or something, and come back when you're a bit more sober, all right?
A what?
Kebabi, pizza.
Sauce salad.
You know what? We might be a bit drunk. This man's making no sense.
I don't know what he's saying to me.
Come on. Let's go take our buckets of water. We're keeping these buckets.
Here's 5 gold for the buckets.
He takes the 5 gold happily.
Yeah.
Nice.
And remember, if you hear about any fires, you just let us know.
You call us right away. We'll be there with our buckets.
Will do.
We'll be there.
And he's shaking his head as you walk out the
Perfect, amazing. And we walk out. We listen around.
Do you think I ever paid for those buckets?
So,
yeah, definitely.
Oh well.
But
we'll go and ask for it back.
We'll treasure them always.
Make sure you put them in your inventory.
Bucket.
At some point, when we don't hear about any fires, maybe when we go back to the bakery and Jean Claude and Solo aren't there, at some point we will use the sending stone to send Jean Claude a drunken voicemail.
Yeah, well, that will probably be because this is going on while you guys were in the tavern and trying to match up time wise.
Exactly. Okay. Well, at some point in the night, then I forget this clearly.
Yeah.
I very intoxicatedly. I go, Jean Claude. I really hope you're doing okay. We're waiting.
Ask him if he knows what a kebab is.
What? Gregory says, "Do you know what a kebab is?" I'm not entirely sure. And then it cuts off because I'm fairly certain sending has quite a short.
Yes. It's 25 words, so you probably.
Nice.
Tripped over your words about 15 times, and then. So I will say, in terms of hotspots in Allagan, that you guys probably could have carried on the sesh if you wanted to. There's a big centre with an amphitheatre in it where all the politicians would go and get the crowds in and start talking and jeering up and stuff. And at night, it's got that kind of low mood, city night feel to it and stuff, where you can sort of walk around. If you imagine sort of ancient Rome, where people on the piss and they're sort of finding old buildings to piss up on and shit. So
yeah, I feel like we didn't intend to get this drunk. The plan was always that they would light the fire and we would then go and spring them from jail if they ended up in jail.
Okay, so you still got your faculties
semi-accidentally and have now realised that we got a little bit too drunk. So now we're going to go and sober up with some food.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so we'll leave it at that as we jump back to the other two. So, JC and Sole.
I think Sole should do the speaking.
Well, you are currently got this thug who is currently got his arm behind his back, where Soleil's sort of holding it, as Sivo's just put down his quill and is just sat back as coolly as he likes, just sort of staring at you two, sizing you two up. As you're both sort of barged in there at this point, so yeah, he's sort of waiting for you guys to say something. He's just staring at both of you.
I'd like to shoot him twice.
Hold on, before we carry on.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Let me just check my spell.
You're not here. I'd like to shoot him twice.
This could figure something out for us. Hold on.
All right.
By creature, does that also mean person?
Usually there is a differentiation, but what spell are you trying?
Oh wait, no, hold on a second. The spell can locate specific creatures known to or the nearest creature of a specific kind, such as human or a unicorn. So yeah, so I could cast locate creature as long as they're within 1,000 feet of us. We're all good.
That's.
But how long has it been for them so far?
Yeah, so you guys are like in the future for about like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I figured that was the case.
So can we just say that in the background, I'll be like, oh, Phil, I've just remembered. I can do this. Where is JC?
You see Gregory's like doing Charles Xavier, finger to the temple, and then wiggling his fingers about, sort of a bit of a voodoo style.
Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. But we don't know the answer to your spell until we get there.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, this is just background fluff.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, while that's going on, JC, you're shooting Savoie.
Yes, please.
Okay, roll me to hit.
25.
25 definitely hits.
9.
9 points of damage.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, that's going to kick off initiative.
I would like to shoot him again, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
25.
Yeah, I'll allow you to do that. Yeah, 25 hits.
12 points of damage.
Okay. 12 points of damage as you see one of the statues starts animating to life and instantly just as they react to the impacts of Savoie as the 2 arrows hit him, and then he looks over as you pulled the arrow at him, so he wasn't expecting that, but you see like he's got this kind of shimmer over him, like he was already prepared for someone coming through because of all the ruckus coming out from outside. As roll me initiative.
There wasn't any ruckus?
There was ruckus because you were running down the stairs and shooting people, and people were screaming from your arrows, especially the one that you pinned up against the
Well, I don't care what happens next, God, but this man traffics children, so I tried.
Yeah, you did a good thing. I'm proud of you. You're teaching a valuable lesson.
Thank you. It's I do my part for inclusivity.
Yeah. I've got to play the bad guy. I've got to. I don't want to, but I have to. All right, and then you play the good guy. It's all good.
And he had to make him a child trafficker.
Yeah. Yes, Ben, I do. We've got a theme here. Somewhere. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we only attack bad guys.
Somewhere. We'll let you know when we find it.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll discover it. Jean Claude, what's your initiative?
15.
Solo.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 and a 15 for JC.
Thank you.
Okay, improved initiative up on the counter. Soleil, you are first up as you're starting to see one of the statues have come to life and starting to come off its pedestal as the thug that you're currently holding is starting to kind of look for the exit, and Savoie is starting to look like he's about to cast something.
Okay, I will shout to JC, take care of Savoie, and then I will chuck the thug at the fucking statue that's coming to life.
Okay, that'll be a contested strength check to kind of push, which is what I'm counting out. Okay. So,
which is twice the size, so it's fine.
Athletics check.
Is a 19.
19. Okay, yeah, he only got an 8. So you managed to chuck him into the Shield Guardian as it sort of like reacts to it and looks down as the thug sort of like bounces up against it. And he looks up, he's like, as he's in a panic state now.
Is it still my go?
Yeah, I'll say.
Does that count as an action?
Usually it does for like stuff like that, but I'll give it to you.
No, if it does, then it does. Because I've still got a
Depends
attack,
whether it's a
and
shove
then
or
my
not.
bonus action is an attack as well, because I'm going to use my claws. So.
Yeah, because like I think a push is like an action.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
No, yeah, a shove takes up one of your attacks instead of your whole action.
Yeah, so you still got one attack left. Yeah.
And my bonus attack.
Yeah, and you're yes, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go up to that statue that I've just pushed matey towards, lol.
Okay.
And I'm going to do my 2 attacks against the statue, so...
Yes, it is a shield guardian that is animated.
Okay, so the first one I got a 27.
27 definitely hits.
And then the second one I got a 23.
23 hits as well.
Okay, cool. So that is 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage, nice.
And then I'm just going to stay put.
Okay, alright, so you stay put, holding the exit as the thugs sort of stand there, sort of cutting across 2 mines. Sivo's turn. He pulls his hands together and then pulls them apart, a bit like fiddle style, and you see this shadowy blade starts emitting from his hands. He grabs the hilt at one end and starts walking around as he has his shadow blades now out as he walks over towards you, JC. And he looks over you, he's like, I thought you were outside the city. Seems you've returned to see your bakery full after all, as he goes to slash at you, which is going to be a 17 to hit.
I've got 17. Does that hit or not?
That will hit. It's your AC or higher.
Yeah, hits.
Okie dokie. That is going to be 10 points of necrotic damage as he kind of slashes across your torso and then sort of steps back and kind of takes up a fencing position. He's like, come on then, let's see what you got. As he waits readily for you to attack. It is your turn, JC.
I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Am I going to be able to shoot him from that close or not? Or am I going to have to step back and take an attack of opportunity? You said he stepped back.
No, as in like he's still within 5 feet of you, but he stepped back into it like you know, flavor-wise fencing stance. Sharpshooter does not negate 5 feet. It
Cool.
negates the long range effect on ranged weapons, but not the 5 feet, unfortunately. So you are at disadvantage within 5 feet.
You do have two. You have 2 attacks, don't you? So you could use one of them to kick him away 5 feet and then fire into him. Or you could take 2 rounds at disadvantage.
You're not there.
I'm here next to him in real life.
What are you doing, JC?
These are things Fiddle would say. These are things Ben would say.
That's not a bad idea. Alright, can I do an armed strike then? Will you let me do that? Followed by an arrow shot or not?
Oh no, yeah, the unarmed strike won't move him though. You'll take like the shove action.
Okay, yeah, that's equivalent of just like a punch rather than if you want to do something practical like a shove, you can do that to replace one of your actions.
But yeah, no. Okay, instead I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark, please.
Okay, so you
and then I'm going to take 2 attacks at disadvantage.
Okay, roll me to hit.
26.
26 definitely hits.
17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Okay.
Second attack disadvantage will be...
You see the shield guardian just sort of like nudge when you hit JC as well, like from over your shoulder.
18.
18 hits as well.
Get in.
18 points of damage.
18, okay.
Beautiful.
Good to know. As you shoot twice, you sort of managing to maneuver yourself to get off some shots as you shoot him twice in the torso. And you see this amulet that's hanging around his necklace seems to have this magical pulse that goes off every time you strike with an arrow shot. And then every time it does, you see the shield guardian react behind with the damage taken. Almost like there's some sort of integral link between them. So, is that...
No, I will stay silent, because that is something Fiddle would say.
So, is that your turn, JC?
Yeah.
Okay, Guardian's turn. It is going to make 2 fist attack against you, Sole. Natural 20 on the first one. And a dirty 20 on the second.
Yeah, both hit.
Okay, so the 18 bludgeoning on the first attack, and
is that halved?
Let's have a look. Yeah, they are not magical attacks, so it's halved to 9.
Cool.
And then the second one is 7 reduced to 3. As yeah, bam, bam, and then it's going to make a point to walk this way over towards you, JC, and it kind of crushes through the table as it starts towering over you to be within 5 feet of Sivo. Sole, you can get attack opportunity if you wish.
I do wish.
All right. You may attack.
That be a 21.
21 hits.
Fantastic. Okay, that's only 7 points of damage.
Okay. Still damage as you kind of slash behind its metal back. It's the Fug's turn, and he is looking around, and Sivo shouts behind you, JC. He's like, "You there! Stand! Fight the I'm looking you up and down, Sole. The wolf."
I'd like to shout at him and tell him to leave.
Roll a persuasion check, JC.
Okay.
Let's say intimidation. I'm scared of both of you. Persuasion. See who you like more.
7.
Beat Sivo's 2. The Fug is out of there.
Nice.
He's running off.
Do I get a attack of opportunity?
If you no, you've used your reaction already to hit the Shield Guardian.
Oh, okay.
Evil.
Gutted. I'm not evil.
He might be just trying to make an honest living.
Oh, fuck off.
He don't get to decide what it is. Alright, round to the top initiative. Sole, you're up.
Fantastic. Right, I want to do some flavour. So I'd like to jump onto that fucking statue, that Shield Guardian's back or whatever, because I am a big girl that can jump high.
Yes, you can.
And then I would like to fucking rake the shit out of him with my 3 attacks.
Alright, roll me to hit then as you kind of pounce and get up onto the shoulders as it starts like looking up. Can't seem to like swivel its neck around to see you as you start kind of raking into its metallic torso.
Right, so it's a 15 on the first one.
No,
a 14, sorry.
14 does not hit. You can't seem to find
again.
purchase.
Okay, that's a 26 on the second one.
Yep, that one definitely hits.
Okay, and then it is 12 on the last one, so that doesn't hit. Okay.
No, so your first one and third one kind of rake off the metal, whereas your second attack managed to get in between into where all its kind of magical components are inside to kind of get your long claws in to carve around.
Okay, that's 13 damage, and I would like to kind of just fucking hold on to him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow it. I think that's fucking cool.
Thanks.
Alright, is that the end of your turn, Sole?
That is.
Okay, right. Sivo's turn. Yep, he's just going to take a strike against you, JC, with the Shadow Blade. He's going to move around here to get advantage on it. 21 hits.
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to be 12 points in necrotic damage as he strikes up your torso.
12 points of damage.
And then he is going to run back. So 5, 10. You get attack opportunity, JC, if you want to use it.
Yeah. Yes, please. Short sword. 26.
26. Oh
Yeah.
my god, yes, that hits.
And then that's 7 points of damage. Does my Hunter's Mark still count?
It does.
Nice. 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage, cool. As you rake up his back and you see the amulet sort of beats off once more, and the shield guardian just as takes some more of the damage as he runs over towards this wardrobe over here, opens the doors, and then looks back over at you over his shoulder, gives you a wink, and then disappears into silvery mist.
That's bollocks.
As he does a...
Because he knew what my goal was. I was going for his amulet. Bollocks.
As he does a spell...
Straight through the fucking wardrobe.
You've seen Gregory do a lot of times before, where he seems to teleport into an area of space around you. That is the end of Sivo's turn.
What was...
Jean Claude, you're up.
What was the point of the wardrobe? What do you mean? Jean Claude grapples Sivo and tries to take the amulet. This isn't good for my autism. This is what happens. Decided already.
Hey man, look, we're playing against each other. This is
JC goes to the wardrobe.
This is okay.
And opens it.
The shield guardian is going to get attack opportunity against you.
Okay.
Going to do a slam attack for a 14 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, so he slams down and kind of caves in the floorboards underneath as you run over towards the wardrobe, and you see there are stairs leading down.
Keep going.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I'd like to double dash, please.
Okay. 35, 40. This leads you
into a pit of crocodiles.
Oh no!
You see a large
no more legs for
open stone room where all the sewage pipes meet. The room is long abandoned of any sewage passing through and is now occupied by a large tear in the fabric of the weave. As you see floating before you a purple-hued rift that ripples and tears in 4 different dimensions.
Oh,
that wave of lethargy and depression emotion washes over you once more. As you see in the middle of the rift sits a window to the Shadowfell. Black crags and mountains, a smoky mirage in a vacant landscape. You see in the other end of the room sits a mound of gold, larger than any pile you've seen before. Golden chalices, diamond necklaces, and more gold coins than you can count. And a large screech bounces across the abandoned room, and you're starting to recognise all the sounds you've been hearing throughout this place with the pipes and the lightning cracks of this rift. You see Sivo is down at the bottom of this place, as there seems to be this elongated creature that seems to be like near him, and he seems to be sort of conversing with it in a weird language. The creature itself is a bipedal form, slender, fleshy body with an elongated jaw that hangs off its spiky skull. Long claws hang off its skinny arms as a creature from the Shadowfell walks into view. This creature has now joined the fray.
You know what? You could have given me a million guesses what was going to be behind that bookshelf. This has taken me completely by surprise. Don't think I ever would have imagined a rift being behind that. It's all connected. It's all connected. All the bad guys are dealing with the big bad guy. It's not fair. They're all teaming up.
I mean,
we can't make a single good guy friend.
I mean, it is the theme of this campaign, so...
They've tried so hard to be nice, but people are just so annoying.
So 5, 10, so that's 10 feet of your movement. You've got 20 feet left, JC. So what would you like to do now you've seen inside here? And there's that big gold mound at the back.
I'd like to shoot 2 arrows at Sivo, please.
You've used your action to dash.
No, of course I have. I'd like to run 20 feet backwards.
Okay. So seeing all this, and you're hearing the screech of the angry, which this is a close up of the token, the hungry. Sorry. He's sort of like letting out this high-pitched screeching noise that's just ringing your ears as it's starting to kind of like move its way, a bit like Pan's Labyrinth style, with the creature with the eyes and the hands sort of like waddle towards you as you sprint back out 5, 10, 15, 20 into the room where Soleil is currently on top of the shield guardian trying to tear the inside core out from its torso.
I'd like to give Soleil a thumbs up as I catch my breath, or actually I look alarmed and point at the closet, and then I catch my breath.
Okay.
And close the door to the closet?
Yeah, I close the door to the closet.
Okay, you just close it, pretend it doesn't exist. Okay, it's the shield guardian's turn. it is going to try and I suppose Incredibles, but not trying to like bash out its torso. It's trying to it's gonna click your back. It's gonna make 2 fist attacks against you, Solo. First one's gonna be a 24 to hit.
I mean, does it get disadvantage though because I'm on his back?
No.
Oh, fine. Yeah, that hits.
And the second one's a 14 to hit.
Second one doesn't hit.
Okay, so the first one hits you for 13 damage, reduced to 6.
Cool.
As it's sort of just like spinning around on the spot in the center, really. It's sort of just going a bit AWOL trying to get you, but it's sort of like not really sure where you are. The angry go. Make a note. That's off screen. Okay, Thug 1's turn. He's run off. Back up to the top initiative. Solo, you're on top of the Shield Guardian. Jean Claude's just run through the closet and closed the closet and is looking petrified at whatever's beyond there.
Okay, well, I am in a frenzy at the moment, so I'm not really taking much notice of Jean Claude, sorry. So I'm just gonna go for my 3 attacks again.
Okay, so you're starting to feel a bit of bloodlust, even though you're fighting a thing with no bloods.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's just going AWOL.
Yeah. So 23 for the first one.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, 13 for the second one.
13 does not hit.
Okay. No, wrong dice. And then 12 for the fucking last one. So just 1 hit.
Okay.
So that's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage as, again, your 2 hits can't seem to find purchase, and then you manage to claw in underneath where there's a gap. Alright.
Yeah, and that's the end of my go.
That's the end of your go. Sivo's turn. Jean Claude, you are up.
I would like to go 15 feet south, please.
You going back down?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. You can see the opening. See Sivo's over here, and the Hungry's currently walking over.
I'd like to shoot 2 arrows at Sivo, please. I ignore his cover.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, I'll allow it. Because I didn't specify a spot. I just kind of put him over that general direction somewhere. I'll allow it. Go ahead and shoot.
Sweet, thank you very much. 27.
27 hits.
And 20 dirty.
Both hit.
The first one will be 15 plus 2, 17 for the first one.
17, okay.
16 for the second one.
Okie dokie, starting to look real hurt now. Again, as that amulet sort of just kind of creates a magical effect over his already glowing mage armor. Some of the arrows are seeping through and starting to jab into his torso more and more, and he's starting to like get heavy breathed and struggling.
Is the rift not affecting his magic?
He's not using magic. You mean Sivo's magic?
Yeah.
He hasn't cast any magic while being in there.
Good. Yeah, I suppose it's not affecting Embouchure also.
Yeah. So, is that your turn, JC? Is there anything else you want to do?
I'd like to use 15 feet to run towards the right-hand stairway, please.
Down still, yeah?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. So about there?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your turn, JC?
Yeah.
Okay. Shield Guardian's turn. It's gonna try and continue to punch you, Solo.
Mm-hmm.
First one's a miss. And second one is a miss as well. So both swing wide as it can't seem to get a grip on where you are.
Cool.
The Hungry's turn. So with its elongated jaw, it's just going to loll down over its skull, and it's just pale white eyes just looking at you, JC, as it reaches out and its claws and fingers extend a couple of inches as it lets out a huge shriek before it kind of scurries over to you. And then it's going to...
It's kind of scary.
Yes, it's very scary. I will say, very fitting for Jean Claude to be attacked by the Hungry. It's every chef's worst nightmare.
every service.
Yeah. Every service ripped apart by the hungry.
Okay, it's going to make a bite attack and a claw attack.
Oh dear.
So the bite attack is going to be a 22 to hit.
Little chef. 22 hits.
Okay, that's going to be
53 damage.
That's going to be 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 10 necrotic damage. As the bite seeps down into your shoulder blade, and then with the claw attack, it's going to run around and try and claw it into your rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Man, I'm rolling good tonight. That's my second natural 20.
Yay.
That is going to be 30 points of slashing damage.
30.
30.
Yeah.
And if the target is medium or smaller, it is grappled. So you are currently grappled as the claws are synced into your rib cage now.
Yeah.
That is going to be the end of its turn, as it just kind of its long, huge mouth that seems to be wider than your whole head combined is just looking at you, just letting out a huge high-pitched scream in your ear. Round to the top initiative. Soleil, you are up.
Okay, seeing that JC's disappeared down there again, and I'm counting on the fucking stair, the entrance being too narrow for this fucker to fit through, I'm going to launch myself off of him.
Okay, you'll get attack opportunity.
No worries. And I've got 40 feet of movement.
Okay. That is going to... Yeah, it's going to miss. It's a roll of 3. Okay, so you're going to launch off. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You can get down into here and you can see everything JC's seen. So the rift, the discontinued sewage system, the hungry Savoie, and the huge pile of gold behind.
Okay, so for my action then, I say a little thank you to Fiddle. Thank you. I am going to cast the firebolt.
Okay, roll me to hit.
Oh, that's a 14.
14 does not hit. Yeah, swings wide, unfortunately. The magic of the rift seems to be bending all the weave around here, and it sends your firebolt just awry.
Okay, so...
You got your bonus action left.
I have 2 attacks. Does that count?
Yeah, but no, because you cast a spell so that casts as the action.
Okay, fuck. Well, I don't have any bonus actions within range of this cunt.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn.
Come towards me, JC! Okay,
Savoie's go. He is going to cast Acid Splash. He's going to cast Acid Splash at you, Soleil.
Okay.
Need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. I don't think I'm very dexterous.
That's what he's counting on.
So 15?
15 succeeds just.
Oh.
So you see this, he flings this vial of acid that kind of flings across the room, and then you manage to catch it just in time and just skip to the side as some of your hairs singe off. And Savoie is going to 5, 10, 15 jump into the rift. Jean Claude, you were up.
Has he gone into the rift?
He jumped into the rift.
Fucker.
Josh is sat here with his head in his hands after spending the last 5 minutes planning an attack that revolved around Savoie.
I had some plans today. I came prepared.
Can I move my hunter's mark to the hungry?
You certainly can.
Nice.
Hunter's mark, yeah. So it's currently got its claws in your torso, and it's currently just seeping in further and further, like daggers in between the rib cage. What are you doing?
I'd like to vanish.
The famous ranger spell, yes. No,
I mean,
I can.
You could shoot Soleil with the arrow switching instead.
No.
Wow.
I'm going to shoot the hungry
teamwork.
twice.
Okay, roll me with disadvantage, please.
disadvantage?
Yeah, because it's within 5 feet.
Ah.
Oh yeah, you can use the hide action as a bonus action. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. 22.
22 hits.
11 damage, please.
11 damage. The arrow shoots in and sinks into his torso as it lets out a huge screech.
Oh no, my second attack is a nat 1.
Okay.
Well, it's actually a 14, but...
Oh no.
Roll me a d6, please.
Motherfucker. Oh, don't break my bow. 1.
You throw your weapon 10 feet from you.
Fine. I can live with that.
So,
falls into the rift. No!
Hugo runs back out and grabs your bow.
Runs back in.
So your bow's over there. I've drawn it on the bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
That's cute.
Okay.
Nice.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'd like to vanish.
So you can use the hide action if there's something to hide behind and if the enemy you're trying to hide isn't currently right in your face.
Yeah, holding me.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Yeah.
I'm
hiding with you.
1 second. Okay, I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And then that will allow me to ignore opportunity attacks if I get ungrappled. And then I can also deal extra damage, but I'll come back to that
Okay,
next
roll
round.
me a d100, please.
Roll. Oh no! Have to use real dice for this.
Let's see. Wild magic from the rift starts erupting.
71.
71. You got. Oh shit.
You vanish.
So Soleil, you see as JC, you see the magic of the rift, almost like sort of similar, but not maybe as cringy to like Shrek and Fiona, as all the magic of the rift starts wrapping around JC. As JC, you find yourself becoming resistant to all damage for the next minute as you get this magical whirlwind around you.
Oh, that's nice. Fiddle becomes 100 pounds heavier. Jean Claude becomes Superman.
Yeah. So, make a note of that as Zephyr Strike pulls off, and you are currently now like kind of shifting really quickly, assuming you can get away. Is that the end of your turn, JC?
Yeah.
Okay, Shield Guardian. Soleil, you look upstairs as it can't seem to get downstairs, as you were correct in the assumption.
Woohoo!
Okay, it's the Hungry's turn, and it is completely focused on you, JC, and it's going to do another bite and claw attack.
Yep.
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Hits.
That is going to be
Oh, this is stressful to watch.
7 piercing damage
Yeah.
and 8 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Remember, this is all half, by the way. I'm not halving it. You know, I'm saying the total and then half whatever I've said.
Yeah.
And then the second attack is a 16 to hit.
Misses.
Okay, so the second claw attack goes to swing and you duck underneath, as that's the end of the Hungry's turn. Actually, it's going to start dragging you. So it's going to 10, 50, 20. They can only get to there. You move about 5 feet. Soleil, you're up.
Oh, no. Soleil is gonna.
JC's concentrating on Zephyr Strike.
Okay, roll me a concentration check, please, JC.
11.
Yeah, you pass. I think the damage is like 5. So, yeah, you pass. Okay, Soleil, you're up.
Gonna run towards the Hungry.
Okay, 5,
And then-
10, 15, 20. You can get into a flanking position for advantage if you want.
Yes, please. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna do my 3 attacks against it because I'm a basic
Okay.
bitch.
It just looks round to you and lets out a scream as its jaw drops even further down past its torso. Roll me to hit.
Right, the first one's a 10.
10 misses, unfortunately.
The The second one's a 23.
23 hits.
Cool.
Is she flanking?
Yeah, she's got. You got advantage.
Oh, okay, I'll do the other one again. And then the third one is a 22. So I'll roll.
Yeah, keep rolling for nats, though.
I mean, I just got a natural 20, so.
Yeah, there you go then. So
there we go.
One attack hits, one's a natural 20. Roll your damage.
3 attacks hit, 2 hit, one's a nat.
Okay, even better.
So that's 15.
15 points of damage is the first slash across its.
No, that was the 2 slashes, and then this one's the nat 20.
Okay.
So that's 20 points.
20 points of damage. Nice. As you see Soleil, JC, in front of you, just slashes twice in the torso, lets out a humongous wolf howl before just chomping down once more into its torso. Yeah, amazing. God, where's the acting, Tegan? Come on.
That was the acting.
That's what you
Ow.
You get what you pay for.
That's fair enough. I'll take it. Alright, is that the end of your turn, Solo?
That is indeed.
Alright, Sivo's turn. He is not there. Jean Claude, you're up.
I would like to use my action. Actually, let me just look at initiative really quickly. Motherfucker, why won't you die? I'd like to use my action to try and break out of him.
Okay. So
grapple.
Yeah, so it's an athletics acrobatics check on your end and an athletics check on. Oh no, there's a DC actually. Sorry. It's a creature stat block. Yeah, athletics acrobatics. DC 16.
11.
Okay, you are still grappled by the creature as its claws in your rib cage and is holding on tight. Okay, that's your action, JC.
Yeah. I'd like to hide. That's the end of my go.
Okay. Alright, it is Shield Guardians. You're hearing some more bashing coming from upstairs. The Hungry's turn. Okay, 1 to 3 JC, 4 to 6. Okay, JC is going to attack you again. 14 plus 8 to hit, 22.
Hits.
5, 9. 9 piercing damage, so that would be 4 piercing damage.
Yeah.
12, 16, reduced to 8 necrotic damage. As the bite comes down, and then it's going to do a claw attack. Yeah, that one's even higher. So, 16 reduced to 8 slashing damage. And you would be grappled again if you were knocked before, but you're already grappled. Okay, so that's a bite and a slash attack against your torso, JC, as you're getting ripped to shreds by the Hungry.
Okay, so that's another 2 concentration checks at DC 10. No, it's not 20.
It's not where I wanted it. And a dirty 20.
Okay, so you're still concentrating on Zephyr Strike.
Yeah.
Soleil, you're up.
Can I try and pull this creature off of JC?
I say you can use your action to give him advantage on his next grapple check to free him. So it's sort of giving him the help action.
I will do nothing then.
Okay, so you've used your action to try and pull the Hungry off Jean Claude. Okay, Jean Claude, it's your turn.
I would like to try and escape the grapple, please.
Okay, DC 16.
DC 16.
Athletics acrobatics with advantage.
With advantage.
Yes, because
I didn't need it because I got a nat 20 on the first one.
Okay.
Woo!
So Soleil gets her attacks now.
So you managed to pull the claws out from your ribcage and you've freed yourself, JC. That's your action. What are you doing?
I run away, dash from my bow, chuck the keys to Soleil, and double dash to the rift. I can't double dash. I already used my action.
To the rift.
You
to
go.
the rift.
Okay, 5,
Oh
10.
no.
Picking up the bow. 15, 20.
Bitch is going down.
30.
So I took the keys to Soleil.
Yep.
And tell her to grab. Actually, I can shout next round. It's fine. I'll shout next round.
You've used your action this round, so you can't double dash. You can.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you can get down to the stairs and.
But I picked up my bow first, right?
Yes, you have. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Beautiful.
And that's fine. Then that will be the end of my go.
Oh, this is so nerve-wracking.
Okay. It's the Hungry's go. It's going to start going for you, Soleil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's going to be a 14 plus 8 to hit.
Yep.
That's going to be 5 reduced to 2. And... that's going to be 11 reduced to 5 necrotic damage, and then the claw attack is going to be a 17 plus 8 to hit.
Yep.
It's going to be 21 reduced to 10 slashing damage, and you are grappled.
Okay, yeah. I've reached the point of doing my thing now.
Okay, so it's round to your turn. I suppose, yeah, you roll
it's
to
a
see if you
wisdom
can...
saving throw.
Yep.
Okay, I got an 11, so I pass.
Okay, so you still maintain concentration. What are you doing with your turn?
First off, I am going to scream to JC, "Don't even think about it!" And then 3 hits on this motherfucker.
Okay, roll me to hit.
Oh, I get a 3, so the first one's not gonna fucking hit. What is going on? Wow, a 5 on the next one. Doesn't hit. Oh, okay, 19 for the last one?
19 just hits.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's 15 points of damage.
Okay, 15 points of damage as you manage to tear a bit more into its torso. Is that the end of your turn, Solo?
Yep.
Okay, Jean Claude, we'll cap this up as the last action of the round. What are you doing?
I would like to shoot 2 arrows at the Hungry, please.
Okay. Roll me to hit.
Is there not a moment before where you look at the rift and look at Soleil and look at the rift and look at Soleil?
32 to hit.
Jesus Christ. Hey, it's a 19. You crit on a 19.
Yes!
That's a crit.
Nice.
What does that mean?
18 damage instead of whatever that
So
is. It's 5 doubled plus 8.
You double your
So
dice.
18 damage.
Nice. Okay, 18 damage plus the Hunter's Mark. 19 damage.
19 points of damage, nice.
Your Hunter's Mark doubles as well.
Okay, 20 damage.
Yeah, 20 damage. Plus you get your Zephyr Strike.
My Zephyr Strike!
Whatever it is.
26 points of damage, please, for my first attack.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Roll for your second attack.
16.
Is that to hit?
Yes, please.
16 just misses.
Hopefully.
But no.
Damn.
Yeah, as it just swings wide, unfortunately.
I stay there.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. So, with JC looking back to
End
the
of my
rift,
go.
looking at Soleil.
Yeah, I look between the rift and Soleil for a few moments. And then I see her being chomped on by the Hungry and go, well, we can at least speak about this after she's killed it.
And
Hunter's Mark and Zephyr Strike are both concentration.
Okay, fine.
Sorry,
Right,
everyone.
So,
Just know you're gonna be called out for this sort of shit constantly.
this is true. Everything is being documented
that's right.
now. So it's better to bring it up.
all right.
It's fine. JC's on like another level with the rift like affecting him at the moment. But yeah, one of them will drop. So which one will it be, JC?
Zephyr Strike, please.
Okay, Zephyr Strike drops. You still have your resistance,
Yeah.
and Hunter's Mark remains.
Yeah.
As we end the session with JC choosing to stay with Soleil and fight the Hungry.
Beautiful.
If I could have made it in that first turn, I would have already been in the rift.
Yeah, you
I
would
was
have gone.
determined. Yeah. I was like, yep, let's go.
This is still so nerve-wracking.
Straight after
You're
that
still
break.
stuck in there with like
It's
a boss fight.
It's very good job you didn't go, because yeah, it's not looking good.
It's not looking good. My God, this is scary.
I would have been pissed if you just fucked it off. I'd be like, what?
What do you mean?
Well,
I
I
assume you've
fucking
got
came
it.
down here with you. You can't
I'm not
just
sure
jump
she has
into a
got
rift.
You told me to take down what's his face.
Yeah,
and
but
you
not
deal with
jump
everything
into a
else.
fucking rift
So
to do it.
I'm
The
chasing it
Hungry's-
down.
the
The prick
Hungry's-
traffics children.
The Hungry's not even bloodied. He's only hurt.
He's only hurt.
He's only hurt.
Oh dear. Oh, I've been looking at Sivos. Yeah. It's almost dead. It's almost dead. Oh shit.
Good luck, you two.
I haven't even seen it. Wait, let me look.
Yeah, it's an interesting little thing.
I'm sure.
Wait, how many hit points has the thingy got?
We don't know.
We have no idea.
But we just know that they are still green.
Oh,
it gives you a
brilliant.
description of like hurt, bloodied, or and then there's
and the
colours.
green slowly becomes more and more red.
Yay.
Yeah, you've got hurt or bloodied essentially. So overview.